Hi, FlossTube.
Hi, FlossTube.
I'm Pam.
And I'm Stephanie.
And guess what? This is
Just Keep Stitchin'.
Episode
number
14.
That is 2 plus 2 plus 5 plus 5 because math.
Yes.
Yes.
Hi. Welcome back.
Hello.
Welcome to our channel. Hello to all of our regular viewers. We love you. We love all our wonderful commenters. Welcome to anybody who's just finding us. And I know there have been a few because
Yes.
we do read our comments.
Mm-hmm.
And thanks for finding us, and we hope you enjoy our channel.
Now, first and foremost, do not adjust your screens. Your color is correct.
Stephanie went to the salon.
Girl, get it, girl. You know what I'm saying? So, this is my September-October hair. So, bye-bye blondes. It's a little bit, you probably can't tell, but there's a little bit of red in there, but whatever. So, you know. Props to my hairstylist, Danny.
Pamela did not go to the salon, let's just say. Okay, moving on.
Beautiful. So, if you live in Cincinnati area, you should go get your hair done at Pure Concept Salon. That's where the magic happens, just saying. Anyway, back to stitching.
We wanted to let you know that we're so excited to be shopping for Annette. She was our 1,000+ subscriber giveaway winner last week, and she was so excited. We could not have had a better winner because a lot of her tastes, we've discovered, are things that Barbara regularly carries, those kinds of designs and designers.
Yep.
And the mail has not gone out yet, but we are having fun shopping.
We are.
For Annette Navarro in Antioch, California. So, hi Annette, and
we've been shopping, girl.
Hope you're not holding your breath, but we are in the process.
We have not forgot about you, I promise.
Okay, we wanted to...
we had a special segment in episode
We're
14.
adding a segment. We probably won't have this every week.
Right.
But this week we have had a couple of questions from a gal who watches us regularly, and her name is
Denise Waterfield.
Denise. Hi, Denise.
Hi, Denise.
You asked us a few questions in the comments, and on the chance that other people might be curious as well, we thought we would wait.
Also on Drew's latest video. Well, maybe not his latest, but the last video we watched.
Right.
Excuse me. He was just getting into, hi, Drew. He was just getting into his floss, his specialty fiber floss, and he used the hashtag show me your storage.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So this, we wanted to, I think he said in the video, you know, either comment or show me in your next video.
That's true.
So, you know, we're killing a couple birds with two stones here. So, moving on. So the first question that she asked us was that she knows that we use key snaps because we've talked about them and shown products on them, but what other tools do we like to use? So around the Q snap realm of things, hold please, I like these. These are hoops. The way that they work, if you're not familiar, is this is springy. So it comes out like this, and then you lay your fabric over this part, and then you press your fabric into it, and you do it this way. Voila. So,
I think these are the kinds of hoops that Kay uses from Kay's Cross Stitch. Yeah. I've seen her hold up some of her WIPs, and they're still in the spring hoops.
I like the spring ones. Hello. I like the spring ones more because they're easy to take on and off. I do know that there are some hoops out there that like you screw the top and stuff on, and I've never used them. I'm sure that they work really well, but or maybe not. I don't know. But I've never used them because I feel like it's a lot of work to move them and all that kind of stuff. And for the, I mean, this is how many inches is this? Like 5?
Oh no.
I mean, I don't know.
Maybe 5.
Maybe, yeah, whatever. But it's baby. I mean, even this one is, this is the biggest spring hoop I've seen. And we shopped around at Michael's, Joann's, and the lobby of Hobbs. So we found these. Where did we find these? Hobby Lobby?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they sell the other screwy hoops at the other places, but whatever, you know what I mean. Screwy hoops, you know, whatever. So that's in regards to that. So as for, would I have any other tools? No.
I don't know. Do you have any tools?
I mean, the same tools you're gonna talk about, so you talk about them.
Oh, okay. Well, here's one that both Stephanie and I use, and
Yes.
I think I talk about it every time I'm with a bunch of stitchers.
Right.
It's something that is primarily used or marketed probably for people who have knit items like scarves and sweaters and want to pull a loopy loose thread in knitted things to the inside.
Yeah.
And it's called a Snagnabbit, which I believe is hyphenated.
Snagnab, like N-A-B.
Right, Snagnabbit.
Yep.
It is found, one place it's found is in the notions aisle at Joann's. It's going to be on a hook, on a cardboard, piece of cardboard under plastic.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to see if I can.
Hers.
I keep mine in the little plastic sheath. I'm going to see if I can, maybe against my shirt actually would be better.
Yeah.
All right. Looks like a big needle, right?
Right.
Okay. It has a needle end.
Right here.
And then at the other end.
Yeah, show it up in the camera. It will zoom in on it.
It will?
Yeah.
Yeah, but against the light wall, I'm not sure. Okay.
Well, you can see it's ridged.
This is the rough end, which kind of is like a metal nail file. All right. So what you're going to do is you're going to have, as you look at your crosses, as you're stitching.
I want it to zoom in on it, but it's maybe too close. But you can see it's ridged, and then it's super, I'm going to look like I'm stabbing my mother. It's really,
Yeah.
It's really sharp on the other end.
Right.
Moving on.
All right.
I keep mine I have like a footstool that in front of my stitchy spot, and I just stab it in there and keep it in there because it's really, really, really sharp.
Okay. So what you would do with the sweater, for instance, is you would aim this into one of your holes, and the rough end would kind of catch, if you will, the fibers of your woven item or that loose loop and bring it to the outside, rather than you taking a pair of tweezers and cutting that and ruining your weave. Okay, so for cross stitch, if you're looking at your crosses either as you're stitching or after you finished a row or after you finished a section, and you say, oh, that X kind of looks kind of wonky. Okay, so what I would do is I would take the needle end of the Snagnabbit and I would poke it down through either the bottom leg or the top leg, that whichever one is kind of problematic, and slowly guide it through the hole. And
slowly,
dollars to donuts, as the rough edge comes through the hole, it will straighten that stitch.
Yep.
Either the bottom leg or the top leg. Mine primarily tend to be the top leg. Okay. I have been known to do it a couple of times, very slowly.
Yes.
And it fixes it. It fixes it.
It's amazing.
And it makes you very happy, and you can move on with life.
Right.
So this is called a Snagnabbit. Again, you're going to find it on a hook in the notions, in any sewing store.
Right.
We happen to have Joann's here. I have not seen or looked for it in the other stores. I have found it in Joann's. Credit to Vanna Pfeiffer. She mentioned it in one of her videos. Since I pretty much worship the ground she walks on, I got my car keys and went down to Joann's and got one, and it's fabulous. Okay, so Snagnabbit. The other tool that is actually a tool used for seamstresses,
know that,
but is again something that came up on Mania this morning. Actually, someone said that they've had to frog out some stitches, and that went fine, but there's all these little fuzzy bits. There's just some
fibers.
Little fibers that are clinging to the fabric, front and back, causing a shadow. And if you're frogging, obviously you've made some mistake in placement of your stitches, and perhaps you are not going to stitch the second time where you stitched the first time.
Right.
That was your mistake.
Right. Yes.
Okay. So what I want to show you is something that is called a seam fix. Again, I think I called it Stitch Fix on Mania this morning. Oops. I'll have to go back and edit that. This one is Seam Fix, hyphenated. It's purple.
Cool.
Okay.
There you go.
Now, what is it? Well, it's essentially...
I never knew it opened until just now.
A seam ripper, all right, with a cover. Okay, those of you that sew. All right. Now, however, the magic weapons are these rubberized, and one's a little bigger than the other, these rubberized ends.
Rubberized, huh?
Yes.
Rubberized.
Yes.
Didn't know rubberized was a word, but okay.
I'm going to tell you what. You just do a little manipulation on your fabric after you've got a frogged out area.
Mm-hmm.
You might find that it kind of adheres to the rubber, and so you just pinch it off and toss it in your Ort jar or whatever. This one is a little different shape. It might serve your purpose a little bit better than the bigger one.
Right.
Whatever works for you. This is the bomb. All right. I do it on the front. I do it on the back.
Didn't know that.
And after all the fuzzies are gone, just a casual little rubbing with this little gizmo will even kind of straighten out your weave a little bit, especially if you are using a linen, because linen is not forgiving. You know about virgin holes and non-virgin holes, the ones that you put a needle through and they tell you that a needle's been through them. Okay. So I find this, I'm going to go back and go to that Mania post and correct the name of this. It's Seam Fix, not Stitch Fix, because I was confusing it with, who knows what I was confusing it with. All right. Again, notions aisle, $6 or $7, take a coupon, you're good as gold.
Right.
At Joann's and other sewing stores.
Right.
Are there any sewing stores? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, like AC Moore or...
Oh, right. Some that are in New England that we don't have.
Well,
Hancock's gone.
Whatever.
Okay.
Okay, so then our next question, which is what Drew was asking us about, is how do we store our floss and fabrics? So first and foremost, I think we might have said it before, but we don't have a huge fabric stash. We sort of we have scraps and pieces and stuff that we've received, and like we ordered stuff from the PTP sale this year. We haven't gotten it, whatever. But we have stuff. But most of the time, we pick fabric for a certain project and then we go. So we just keep it in a box, and so that isn't anything to it. I put it in rainbow order, so that's maybe the epitome of our fabric organization.
That whole, fabric stash situation, though, is going to change because Leslie opened up her fabric of the month. And since we know Leslie, she used to live here, we are now fabric of the month subscribers. And so, hello, Fabric Stash. Very excited about that.
Very excited.
But up to this point, I have not been known to have a lot of fabric on hand for unknown projects.
Right. So when I say we keep it in a box, a lot of these are, what do you want to say, scrapbooking boxes maybe?
Well, if they came from where I think they came from, it was a plastic tower with pull-out drawers from probably someplace like Kmart or Target.
Or Walmart.
Or Walmart.
Whatever. Yeah. But they're like square boxes. They're not, and they are thin. And so we have our fabric in the one or two of these. I should just bring the tower. We have a loft upstairs, and that was kind of like where my mom was keeping her stuff, and it slowly migrated downstairs because we don't like to go downstairs. So, But this is also what we keep our floss in, if you can't tell. So our not all of our floss.
So that's your overdyes.
These are my our overdye.
Our overdyes.
Our overdye. We don't have separate stashes, by the way. All of our stuff is just together. So, so we keep in one of these. We have all of our General Arts sampler threads. We have another that has all of our Weeks Dye Works threads, and we have another that has all of our classic colorwork threads. Any other ones that we have, like Mo Sale, and we have some Karen's Water Lilies. We have just some other ones that we've gotten. They're all organized, but they're in a separate one of these boxes. Right. Like, you know, that we have enough of Weeks and of General Arts that they should get their own box. So, when you open the box, this is how we do things. We have these big rings. You can get these rings at like Joann's or Walmart or Target, pretty much anywhere but like the regular grocery store, I think. So they just clip open like this and clip back together. I like it because we can rotate them around and flip to whichever one we need, and then you can also see all the different colors. What I end up doing, because me and my who did we watch last night on FlossTube? It was Diana at Kismet,
right?
And she said that she thinks that when people call themselves OCD that aren't really OCD, that she thinks it's rude. So I'm gonna stop doing that, Diana. So I have obsessive tendencies. I like to be very organized. So I broke the alphabet up into 13 letters and 13 letters. These are the first 13 letters. These are the second 13 letters. And they are put on the rings in alphabetical order.
Alphabetical by their name.
By the name, yes. So, you know, from pine to pink azalea to pomegranate, you get the picture, you know the alphabet. So that's what I've done with these. The good thing about sampler threads is that the cards are really big and it comes with a hole at the top. So just flip them right on there. It's really easy. I have also, like, there's some that have labels that are don't have the extra hole, so I've just taken a little hole puncher and put holes in them and put them on rings like that. So that is for our overdyed floss. Then this is a system that my mom had that I just went along with.
It works for me.
Right, and it works for us. So this was a big tower. Again, sorry, we have a lag. It's bothering me, but whatever. I'll just keep talking and hope it sinks. So this is one of the layers of the tower.
All right, now I will just interject here that these are from Walmart.
Oh, yes.
They are in towers of 3.
Oh, yeah.
And the brand is Snapware.
Oh, good to know.
And each of the groupings of 3, the top one has a carry handle. So I've been known to take the whole tower or towers, however I snap them together, to retreats. Okay? You never know when somebody is going to be short. I can at least run out to my car trunk and
that is a phenomenal idea.
Bring them in. I don't care. I'm all about not being stingy that way. So
right. So what she has done, and we now have a full complete, set of DMC, and a full complete set does take up 7 of these boxes. So,
all right. So what I did was I put a piece of rubberized shelf paper in the bottom. That
to
just
help them from sliding.
Gives each of these envelopes less of a tendency to fall down. Okay. Yeah. And then these are the snack size plastic bags. Mm-hmm. I cut an index card to fit it roughly, which basically just meant taking off a ½ inch off the top, I think. And then I got some little tiny labels and put the DMC number in the corner. And I tend not to bobbinate. I have in the past, as you can see. I can always tell that's my oldest floss because that was when I was, thinking that I was going to live forever. So let's bobbinate.
Right. Exactly. Life
but
is too short. Don't bobbinate.
Generally, this width of this snack size bag is about the width or the length of a skein of DMC. So, for instance, the other day when we went down to Walmart to grab up some 10-cent DMC, we can throw 4 or 5 skeins of DMC in this.
I had that one that has 20 of them in there.
That's all right.
Whatever, it doesn't matter.
We can just put those into the bags.
And what she also did was that she has this little piece of cardboard that she cuts to the height of this and the length of it.
So you get 2 rows.
And so you can see there's 2 different rows, and then they're all like this. I do know that at Joann's and probably the other places that there are pre-made labels with the numbers on them. But these are nice. These are a little bit bigger. So that's why we went with that. Like this. I knew I'd have one in here. See, that's how baby the other ones are. And so that's why I would rather. That's not where it goes. 5 or 5. Yeah, I like the bigger ones because you can actually read them. So, Drew and Denise, this is how we store our floss.
Snapware, Walmart, Tower of 3, carrying handle, very portable, very lightweight, stands in the corner of your stitchy space, room, den, whatever. Kind of homemade, but
it works for us.
It works for me, and now it's working for both of us.
Right. So, and then the third and final question that she asked us was, do we have a travel stitching kit, like for in the car or whatever? I think that I referenced last video or 2 videos ago that I have a doctor's office project or like a waiting around project when I'm out and about. So I do. First and foremost, I tend to take a project that's not super complex. If there's going to be lots of color changes, like my bee inspired, not going to be taking that out of the house. But like a Christmas ornament or a project that's mostly words, something that I can kind of not mindlessly stitch, but it's not going to be a whole heck of a lot, of stuff going on. I have a stitchy bag. It should be known that I purchased this for my mother for Christmas like 3 years ago. It's mine. So.
It happens.
Crafty ass bitch, because that is me. Love this bag. Got it on Etsy. Don't know where. Whatever. And then in here, I'm not a purse carrying girl, so this works for me. And then I have 2 different kinds of project bags. The project bags that we showed you last week. And then from Mavis. And then I also have these, which we get it, what, Dollar General or Dollar Store?
No, Container Store.
Container Store.
They're a pretty good price at the Container Store if you have one of those.
Right. So these are nice. I like these a little bit more just because I can see what's inside of them. With the other kind of project bags, I gotta have to open them and whatever. So they zip, and then everything fits inside. One thing that I also have is that I kind of, just so I don't have to like pack everything and then unload everything, is that I have 2 sets of scissors. These again were something that my mom had that she never used. These are scissors that have a little tiny hook at the end. I've been known to hook them to the belt loops on my jeans. Don't judge me. And then they come right off. So that's been really nice and helpful. Like when I'm in the car, sitting in the office, just so I don't take up a lot of room, whatever. So yeah, so that is the stuff that I travel with. I tend to, it doesn't matter if it's on a Q-snap or on a hoop, it's whatever. And then I always have a spare and extra Ort jar. This is one of those cool reversible ones. Michelle, look. It's got bees on it. And I just take this with me because I don't like to just leave my scraps, like, I don't know, whatever. So we have 12 of these, so it don't matter.
Yeah. We have a local gal, Nancy, Harris, who lives in Northern Kentucky, and she makes those, and she makes grime guards and lots of other goodies. And she usually has a little corner of the room at our gatherings. The one that's coming up this month.
Yep.
Now we're into September, and we saw her last weekend, and she just kind of went around and does anybody have any fabric requests, like, you know, patriotic flags or cats or you know, anything else, and
so I should have some to show.
So we might have some new ones to show after the retreat that we're going to this month. We might have some grime guards. I'm generally not a grime guard user, but
me neither.
We'll see.
Whatever.
We'll see. We love to give Nancy some business. She's a beautiful seamstress, and she makes some really cute products at a very reasonable price.
Yeah, she does.
So
that was our Q&A that took up about
Q&A
20 minutes.
Tools. Yeah.
So we probably won't do that every week, but we welcome questions, and
sure.
I mean, I know that everyone kind of does things differently,
right?
But gives you some ideas of what works for us. So there's that.
All right.
So moving on to WIPs.
WIPs. We have a lot of WIPs.
We do. It's September.
Right.
Drew and Michelle and I have acquisitioned Planet Fitness's phrase of Startember. Welcome to Startember, people.
Startember.
So, these are some WIPs. I'm not talking about that yet because it's not whatever. So, I'll do WIPs first, and then Pam can go because we all know that I have more WIPs than people do. I want to get my phone and see how many WIPs I'm up to. Literally yesterday I started 3 projects yesterday. It's fine. Okay. 14. Okay. Not bad. Whatever. So this was one of my new starts. Cat Lessons for People. I'll read it to you this one time because I love you. Cat Lessons for People. Be snicky. Play with your food. Appreciate wildlife. Nap every day. Don't bite. When a hiss will do. Practice patience. Listen before speaking. When you make a mess, bury it. Sit very close to those you love. So, Lizzie Kate. Hi, it's got Stephanie written all over it. It's Lizzie Kate and it's about cats, really. So, I am stitching this on 32 count Belfast linen in country mocha. And this is all I got. So, I mean, the needle minder is perfect, so there's that. And the little ball of yarn underneath them. So, if you remember my kitty string, I had made that cat gray because I don't have a white cat. Gray wouldn't work with this, so there's too much other white, so we're just going to go with it. And since I don't have a white cat, it is the combo of both my cats. Whatever, it works. Look at the whiskers. I did take some creative license on the whiskers. I didn't really like the straight stitching that she had charted, so I literally took my kitty string and made the whiskers match. So, look at that little guy. He's cute. And I love this fabric. So you can really see the modeling from this far away. The cool thing about this fabric, it's stamped. So it's only on this one side, which is really cool. I've never stitched on something like this, so awesome. And then, you're welcome, Michelle. This is our friend, Vicky, was my mom's friend first. She knows how much I like doing the Lizzie Kate strings. And I thought, okay, well, now that I've had kitty string home from the framer for weeks now, I should probably get moving on another string. I really liked the fabric that I used for kitty string, which was a 25 count even weave in like off-white, whatever, antique white probably. I can't show you the picture. Yes, I can. This is snowy string. So there's that. Yeah. The color you can't really see because it's black and white. Duh. But you can Google it if you want. I mean, So this is...
So you're doing all your strings on the
same fabric.
Yes,
this is true. So this was my start from yesterday.
And this was which string?
Snowy string.
Snowy string. Okay.
Is it showing? I can't see.
Lift it up a little bit. There you go.
Okay. So there's that. The colors on this are freaking ridiculous. They are so pretty. I know that you're gonna laugh at me, Pam, but I don't care. This is called turquoise. I mean,
there you go.
So pretty. And then the other one that I love in this piece is called Fire. I should have got this out of the bag. Whatever. Okay. Shush up, Pam. Leave me alone. This is called Fire. Look at that. It's not focusing. Whatever.
I don't know how people.
Whatever, but it's really pretty. So, yeah. So that is Snowy String by Lizzie Kate. Thank you, Vicki, for the copy of that pattern. Again, if you remember from when I did kitty string, I had to backstitch some parts of it because it wasn't showing up on the fabric. I'm doing the same thing with this one. Like the backstitching on the bottom of that mitten is not called for. But it needed it because it doesn't show up. So that's what I'm just going to do through the whole thing. So that took me all of 20 minutes to stitch. So that should go pretty quickly. And then my last WIP that I'll talk about right now is part of Vanna's Sal. You should get yours out too because we're going to segue into that one.
Oh, really?
We are.
Okay.
So Vanna is having or hosting, I guess is the word, a Little House Needleworks and Country Cottage Needleworks Autumn Sale. Autumnal is not a word. I looked it up, by the way. Just saying. So it's an autumn sale.
I think it's a word.
It's not. Whatever. We're going to argue about that for a while. So basically what that means is that if you would like to participate, it started on Friday, September 1st. We stayed up until midnight to start it at 12:01, which we did. And then you pick a autumn-themed CCN or LHN pattern that you like, and you stitch it. And it goes the entire month of September and October, correct?
Right.
Yes. So the one that I have chosen to do is a Country Cottage Needleworks Here Kitty Kitty. So, this, I am stitching it on 28 count Joblin in Sandcastle. And that is my start. Love this. I just had to go up and do that paw print, like stop. So I love this fabric. It's absolutely gorgeous. We are both stitching ours. We're doing, both of us are taking part in the sale. And we are both, no, just kidding. Joke. So we had to make, after midnight, we realized we needed, both of us had to make some changes. I'll talk about mine. She'll talk about hers. The green on the leaf of the pumpkin that is called for avocado. It's like a lime green, kind of. Not like lime green, but it's like a light pale green. Got totally washed out. Couldn't see it at all. Plus, to me, the color just didn't look like the leaves of a pumpkin. So, this is Colored by Weeks Dye Works. And I am in love. And the orange is Carrot by Weeks Dye Works. The stem is Heirloom Golds. And the paw print is just DMC. So, that is my start on Here Kitty Kitty. So, what are you doing for your autumn sale, Pam?
So, I had all intentions of doing mine on the same fabric that you just saw.
28 count Joblin and Sandcastle.
The Sandcastle.
Yeah.
Because it's lovely. It's lovely. But
so nice to work
I
with.
am doing sort of, sorry.
No,
sorry, not sorry. I'm doing Be Thankful, which is, there you go, which is a row of white pumpkins on Sandcastle. I don't care if you use white, B5200, grits,
khaki mocha,
they're gone on that fabric. So,
and if it was like a tiny little detail, then maybe. But they're not.
No.
They're a row of white pumpkins.
Correct.
So
I had to
make a change.
Make a change. I had to get away from the sandcastle for this project. And I went with a fabric that I've used before, which is called, hold on, Amber Linen.
Should turn a piece of paper over.
If you watched an earlier video where I did the coffee house sign, the LHN coffee house sign, it's the same stiff linen, but I'm going to tell you what, this stuff does not move. It is very reliable in the Q-snap. And I sat and did the center pumpkin on the amber, the stem, and the leaf last night. So I'm very happy with it.
You're using grits for the pumpkins?
Yep,
correct?
I stayed with my grits, my week's grits.
Which is not the called for.
Which is not called for in the pattern, that's right. I can't remember what's called for. I can't look that up right now.
Doesn't matter.
But I stayed with the grits, but went with the amber linen. And it's very, it can stand up.
Basically,
it can stand up by itself.
Yep.
And I'm very happy with that. So we are both in that cell.
We are.
And it's lots of fun. There are several people who are doing mine. There are a few people who are doing Stephanie's. So it's always fun to see different variations on a theme, if you will.
Correct.
Yeah. So that's one of my whips.
Yes.
We're going to continue with my whips now.
That's the rest of the category, Pam. Let's do it.
Hey. So you might have seen me present this one last week. It is Betsy by Sheepish Designs. I've had it in my stash forever. Two local friends, Shauna and Carrie.
Hi, Shauna. Hi, Carrie.
Are doing this with me as a cell, and I think there might be a couple of other people who've joined us on Instagram. This is on Edinburgh Sand, and I love this fabric. Edinburgh Sand.
I were loving it like that.
I love this fabric. I was telling Carrie and Shauna the other night that I just adore it. So I was anxious to see what Betsy looked like. She does have arms, and I may have to backstitch them. What's cool about this, and strange that none of the three of us realize this, but Betsy is holding a needle in her hand. And then you drape some thread down to the flag in her lap. And as if she is, in fact, sewing the flag. So it's very cool. Again, we had some white challenges, and I believe I'm going with B5200 for the white sheep and the white stripes in the flag. But this has just been a lot of fun. I love, even though this is linen, it's a lot softer than that amber, I'll tell you what. And it just stitches up like a dream. So that is Betsy. And kind of...
Here, don't want to be taken.
No, it's all right.
Whatever. Fine. I help you anyway.
Mother's Tree. Okay. We made substantial progress on Mother's Tree.
By we, she means her needle and thread in her. Because I didn't do shit. Just saying.
So I've got my first mother in, and this is my fourth great-grandmother, Polly. Can you...
What do you need me to do? Hold this out?
I don't know. Do something.
Do something.
Now go this way. Okay. Polly Newcomb Cowperthwaite, my fourth great-grandmother. She was born in New Brunswick in 1778.
Yes, ma'am.
And what I discovered as I was putting her name in, that my capital C was kind of floating, if you will, and needed to move closer to the O. So I frogged the capital C out, which is stitched in juniper, the same as the tree. So it was, because it's overdyed, I always do those X by X. So that was a little bit of a frogging challenge. And moved it just one square over to the O, and I'm much happier. So what that taught me was that even though I had graphed all my names using the PC Stitch software, that sometimes your eyes play tricks on you, and it looked fine on paper, but once it got in the fabric, I realized that I needed to make an adjustment. So of course, I will have to stitch Cowperthwaite on the second line because she was born in Newcomb, obviously, and married a Cowperthwaite. So her daughter was a Cowperthwaite. So I have Cowperthwaite to put in again, and I will remember to move the C, one over toward the O to make it look good. We were talking about it at Stitchin Friday night because it was First Friday Stitchin at the shop, and I was describing my C problem, and Barbara said yes, that she had to make the same adjustments. And also, what she did too was she did not like the capital H in the font, and found another one and used another capital H that sort of coordinated with that font. I have 2 Harriets and 2 last name Harnets, so I have 4 capital H's to do. But I tend to be more of a purist and not veer off the beaten path, if you will. But she's already come up with her own little chart for the other capital H. So if I get to that point, and sometimes you don't know until you get it stitched, whether you like it or not. If I say, it looks like a lowercase h, now I see what Barbara means, then I'll frog it out and go get her capital H chart. But anyway, so I felt pretty good about that. We showed it all around the table. Barbara's fabric and fiber choices are quite different from mine, and her layout has a little bit of a variation. So it'll be super fun to see the two together.
Now that she's got names in, or a name in, it's nice to see like both of the full trees and just how different it is. And what I told my mom last night is I said, that's because our families are so unique and different.
Right, every family's different. We did see one online or on a wall somewhere where the person had gotten to the last stitch in the last daughter's name and had left the needle in the cloth and had the thread from the needle trail off. Stephanie really liked that idea. I'm not so sure. Of course, if you don't know, Barbara and I both have daughters, so we're going to, who do not have children as yet. So we're leaving extra cloth. We're also going to pack up extra threads and the alphabet font and so forth on the back of the frame.
In an envelope, right?
In an envelope. Barbara's got it all figured out.
Right.
And
per usual.
And so when she goes to frame both of ours, everything will be together for the next generation. So that's that.
Okay. Is that all your WIPs, Pam? I think so. Yep.
Wait a minute.
Let's see. Nope. Don't mess with the stacks.
Okay. I'm done.
Right.
WIPs.
Jesus.
Okay.
Okay. So I have a finish.
Somebody has a finish.
About dang
we need
time,
a bell. We need a bell.
I know, seriously. So this is my Wouldn't Life Be Great by Lizzie Kate. And I finished this. My goal was to finish this by Friday because I knew that I was going to start that September sale and it was time for new September ornaments. And so I said, Stephanie, get your shit together and finish it on Friday. Well, I finished it at 12:16 a.m. on Saturday. So 16 minutes late, but whatever. Here she is. Wouldn't life be great if sweatpants were sexy, Mondays were fun, junk food was good for you, girls didn't cause so much drama, guys weren't so confusing, and saying goodbye only meant until tomorrow. And this is stitched on 32 count Dawn Blush Dublin by the Crafty Kitten, courtesy of little Miss Sarah. And I am just in love with this. So I'll bring it up. I am so happy with this. I love this fabric. I love this sentiment. I love everything about it. So this was my travel piece and my doctor's office piece for a while. And now it will be cat lessons. But yay, I'm happy with it. We played around a little bit at the shop yesterday with framing ideas. But they have a framing sale in October, so I will probably take it to that in October because I want a like thick wooden frame around it to show off the fabric. So
Sorry.
it's fine, whatever. So that was my finish. Pam had a finish as well, and this is our segue into the ornament section of the video.
Okay, what I'm trying to do. Oh, here we go. Okay. So, you know, I was behind.
Oh, sorry.
On my August ornaments, but true to form.
You're going to show your finish first, right?
Yes.
Okay.
True to form, I did finish my August ornament.
Just in the nick of time.
Which was Snow by Lizzie Kate, Tiny Tidings 20 XX, one of the 5 or 6 designs in the little leaflet. And there he is.
He's so cute.
Super quick. Super quick. So she can vouch. I did finish this before the end of August.
She did, I promise.
So we are essentially caught up.
We are.
And so that's today, my finish. So today I got up early.
I didn't. I slept in. It's Sunday.
And I started one of my September ornaments.
So did I, but that's fine.
Yeah, but I was up before you.
Yeah, that's still true.
Okay.
Okay, whatever. Go.
So go?
Yeah, you go first.
So for September, one of the ornaments that I have decided to do is this little gem from the 2010 ornament issue.
Of Just Cross Stitch.
Of Just Cross Stitch. Okay, it's this one here.
That one. Yes.
All right. Let's see. It's called Peppermint Latte. And
nope. Other way.
Gosh, there you go. Am I that uncoordinated?
Yes.
Holy moly.
Jeez, I'm crow, Pam. You need to get it together.
Okay. All right. Now excuse the glare. I don't know. Whatever. Give up. Whatever. All right. It's cute. It's this guy right here.
Okay. Let me see this real quick.
Where did it go?
I don't know, Pam. It's right there.
Oh, yeah. So I got up early, found a scrap, and I may have to do some back stitching on this just because of the fabric that I'm working on. This is a pale pink even weave from probably MCG, whatever, from Joann's.
It's so cute.
But it's so flippin' cute and pretty shading of whites and beiges and creams and grays, and it's just super cute.
We did a floss toss the other night, and I pulled all the colors, and we had wow. Speaking, Stephanie, we had a bright red fabric and some pink fabric and a pink opalescent fabric, and this is the one we like the best. So.
Yep. So I think it's going to stitch pretty quick. So I think I'm going to be in good shape with my ornaments for September.
Pretty.
It's really, really pretty, and I'm using the baby Q-Snap off-brand, Q-Snap off-brand from the Lobby of Hobbs.
Yes.
So, their gripper things are pretty tight, and I don't like using a hoop. Truthfully, I don't like the marks it makes. So, yeah. So that is my first ornament for September.
My first ornament for September, and for the record, I got out of the shower and I said, we're not doing the video until I put my first stitches in my first September ornament because I got to show the people what I'm doing. So this I got this pattern in a RAK'd, and it is Country Cottage Needleworks, fa la la. Look at those little weasels. They're not weasels, they're sheep. But, fa la 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 la. So cute, isn't it? I think I'm probably going to finish it exactly the same way because I think that's darling. Get ready. You're going to be blown away. Boom! Wait for it. I was telling Mom I was hoping that the variegation would show up, but when you have 12 stitches in it, it doesn't really do that. But it is Lucky by Weeks Dye Works. So she can't beat me. She hasn't beat me yet. So meaning Pam. So
I think the gauntlet has been thrown down.
Bring it. So yeah. So that is by CCN, and that is my first September ornament. So.
Wow, we're already at 50 minutes.
I know, we talk a lot. It's fun. Wow. Whatever, they love it.
Okay, now on to
RAK'd.
all the nice things that we received in the mail this week.
Mostly Pam. This was a Pam RAK'd week.
Happen?
I don't know, because people feel bad.
I got a message from Kathy Boyd in Minnesota, and she asked if we might be interested in a couple of Prairie Moon ornament leaflets. Hedgehog.
This is adorable. Just saying.
And I said, absolutely, Prairie Moon ornaments. Hello, because
hi.
I got a Halloween tree at Joann's on sale after Halloween last year. Yep. We're going to need to get going on that, if not this year, in future years.
Right.
So these are called Prairie Moon Companion, and I believe there were 4 leaflets total. Each of them had 2 ornaments on them, and
so
Kathy
she took one, I took one.
Kathy generously sent us 2 and 4, number 2 and number 4.
Right.
And they are absolutely fabulous.
They are.
Thank you, Kathy from Minnesota. The first one has,
look at that,
a pumpkin.
And that is probably what, I wonder what that, candy corn, I bet is the color.
Yeah, stitched with candy corn.
By Crescent Colors.
Crescent, yeah. And the other one is a little tombstone, I believe.
Yep.
And I love anything with tombstones.
So cool.
So, yep, there's that one. That's number 2.
And number 4 is this one. And the reason that I like this one is because the words on the top ornament says, "I'd turn back if I were you." If you're a true Wizard of Oz fan, you know that that is also the sign when they get into the Cotton Forest. So, hi, stitching that right up. And then I want you to see the eyeballs on this. Look at the eyeballs on that bat. Psycho. But I love it. That looks, according to the chart, looks like it's a metallic DMC. So, that'll be fun. So, yep, Prairie Moon number 4. So, yes, cool, like it a lot. So,
well,
and then
most of you know Annie Miller, Crazy Annie Stitchin on Bonanza, and she has racked us before very generously.
Yep.
And we have ordered from her. So when we got an envelope from her, we were really not thinking our order had come in quite yet.
Right, we were like, what?
But we got this great card. I love this card.
This is awesome. I've never seen this before, but I love it.
You have been racked by Crazy Annie Stitchin. Love this card. It's a great idea, Annie.
Yeah.
Great idea.
Love it.
So we got a variety of different designs, mostly from
Erica Michaels, I think.
Erica Michaels, and they have a Maine theme and a Canada theme. And
they're like little tiny ornaments,
yeah, they're 4 ornaments. So she knows what we like. They are all charts, except for this one from Lindy Jane. That's super cute. It's called Maine Christmas Gift Card, and that's super cute.
Look at that.
Yeah,
fresh.
So that's super cute. And the rest of them, I'm just going to rattle these off. And I'm going to tell you the ones that we'd gladly pass on. But there was a Maine Christmas, Greetings from Maine, I Love Maine, I Love the USA. And then, and I know we have a lot of Canadian viewers. So listen up and first come, first serve. Because these would be adorable. I know we just got a comment from a lady in Saskatchewan, so They are, and they're sort of in this format real quick. I'll just flash that like that. So
it's not
this
a
is,
copyright violation according to Drew.
well, anyway,
Whatever.
here's the list. I love Saskatchewan. I love Quebec.
It's Quebec, but that's fine.
I love Manitoba. Merry Christmas from Quebec. Merry Christmas from Saskatchewan. Merry Christmas from Manitoba. And Merry Christmas from Alberta. I don't believe I love the sentiment that Annie remembered that I have obviously a Canadian interest, but I don't believe I'm going to stitch those, and I would gladly stick them in the mail to you. So all our Canadian stitchers, if you think they would make great ornaments, if you think you would like these, they're from Erica Michaels. They're cardstock. They're small, and
Yeah.
I'd gladly mail them. Gladly. So if any of those I mentioned interest you, comment below, and we'll be in touch.
Yes, we will.
So those were from Annie Miller's rack from Crazy Annie Stitchin on Bonanza.
Yep.
Great shout out to her.
So now we're on to haul. Because we have problems. Well, not really. We don't. So the first, that was our Crazy Annie's haul.
No, that was our Crazy Annie's
I meant rack. Thank you. So now we actually did get our Crazy Annie's order. So this is from Crazy Annie's. I got one thing. Mom got a few. You got those from Crazy Annie's, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I got Little House Needleworks Autumn ABCs. If I finish Hey Here Kitty Kitty, then I would potentially do this one just for the month of October. I love this. I love the little scarecrow. I think it's fresh. So cute, cute, cute. Love it. And then Mom got some awesome charts from Crazy Annie's too.
Yeah, I just couldn't pass these up.
Who are we blaming for enabling this? Was that Michelle?
I don't know.
Didn't you see it on some FlossTube?
I don't remember.
Whatever. I just like to blame Michelle for stuff.
I just adore this. This is the October Cricket 331.
Maybe it wasn't Michelle. I'm sorry.
Love, love, love this.
The fat cat on the sea.
Well, of course, she's going to like the cat, but I like a lot of the other motifs just as well. Of course, we've got a tombstone, and we've got a skull, and we've got pumpkins, and we've got ghosts and everything. Just love it.
Yep.
That was 331.
Yes.
October.
Yep.
Then, hello. I mean, I would buy this blindfolded just because it says Down East.
I know. Right?
Hello. And this is just adorable. This is 338. It's called Down East. Check it. Bicycle, sailboat, patriotic house. What is on the bottom? Crabs on the bottom.
Yep.
I mean, yeah. And it says Summer by the Sea in very pale letters at the top.
Yeah.
Summer by the Sea.
So cute. I love how on the back it says smooth sailing.
Yeah, and you can do the bicycle separate, right? And then you know, we all have our things that we like to
we all have things.
Like to stitch. Last night we were watching Priscilla and Chelsea.
Chelsea.
What did I say?
Chelsea. Or Chesley is what you just said, but that's fine.
Chelsea and Priscilla.
Yes.
And, you know, Priscilla Bain. And Chelsea said, my mother has a thing about ice skates. And, of course, my antenna went up because I have a thing about ice skates. But unlike Priscilla, who apparently used to be a ice skater, like, I don't know, professionally or I don't know. But
Pam did not used to be a
I used to skate as a child.
Right.
Yes. Not very well, but I had fun.
I just pictured
a lot
Pam
of times my
dresses.
dad used to pull me. But anyway, I've always had ice skating has been kind of a thing. All right. So we all, like I said, we all have things that we are immediately our eye goes to.
Cats, ice skates.
And another thing that is one of my things is Adirondack chairs. They're very popular in New England, and actually I got one as a retirement gift from some of my friends, locally. And I've done a summer place by Cricket, which has a row of Adirondack chairs at the bottom. But this is $3.39. It's called Going Coastal.
Hello.
And so you've got the flip-flops with the flamingos. Fun fact, I do not do flip-flops.
No, she does not.
Nor do I do flamingos. But hello, look at that Adirondack chair. And it's in blue, which is like one of my favorite colors. So for the Adirondack chair alone, we had to do...
Right, had to get it.
Going Coastal. Why do you think it says SB?
I think maybe her initials.
Whose?
I don't know, Pam. Let me see.
I don't know. Maybe the model stitcher. Who knows? I don't know. Anyway, so I love the...
if initials are desired, lines are provided on all the graph for centering of 2 letters.
Oh, well, I'm not doing the flip-flop, so
well,
I don't
whatever,
care.
Pam. Don't do the friggin' flip-flops.
All right. Are we continuing with my stash?
The next...
I mean, my haul?
Haul, yeah.
Okay. Sorry. You know, everybody's doing early Americans, and I plan to. I'm not one of those FOMO people. I got to stitch it when everybody else is stitching it.
Right.
I kind of like to sit back and just see what different...
And watch the madness happen.
Really, see what different fabric people are using. I do think I'm going to use Vanna's border, but I got too many irons in the fire right now. I'm not starting early Americans.
She's got
at
like
this point. But in celebration of the 150th anniversary of the Confederation of Canada, Jeanette Douglas designed a series called Canadian Patriotic Snippets. And there are 12, and they are adorable. And I...
Is this the last one? Excuse me.
I received the last, number 12, in the mail from my second home, L&S, in Canada, Because You Count, in Moncton. And they have been so good about mailing these as they've been released. I'm going to try, people. I'm going to try. Okay.
It's so cute. That moose is adorable.
And charging my credit card. And I hope to do this. Maybe not this year, but I do have every intention of stitching these as one piece.
Oh, really? That's what I was just going to ask.
I may change my mind. Who knows? But at this point, I'm thinking as one piece. And so this is the last one, and it has an adorable...
Oh, mushy.
Has a little moose. Yeah. So, yeah. So that came in the mail. So that's part of my haul for this week. Yay. And I was so thrilled to see that number come up on my phone.
Right.
Love you guys if you're watching.
And then, what day was this? Wednesday when we went up to there? Whatever.
This week. What day?
Whatever. Wednesday is a day that we both are like, our calendars are mostly free. So we decided to, we heard about another shop that was maybe not anywhere close to as close to us as Keepsakes is, but we had to go check it out. Mom said she went up there a long time ago, and she said she didn't know if it was even still in business. It is called the Stitcher's Cottage. It's the Stitching Cottage. Pardon me all the pieces. And it is in Beaver Creek. So,
Beaver Creek, Ohio.
Yes, thank you. Whatever. And so it's about 40 minutes away from us, so not the 10 minutes that Keepsakes is. But it was fun to go see what she had, and we might have bought a couple things.
Yeah, yeah. We caught her right before she closed, and for the day, right. And we did find a few treasures, and so I'll show mine, and then Steph will show what she got. I've been eyeing this for a while. It was on my 1, 2, 3 wish list. It's a Mill Hill kit, and it's called, oh brother, this glare. Seagull. Love him.
He's so
cute. Just love him.
Precious.
Yeah. So I purchased that. I also found this, and I don't think I have any from this French designer.
Ooh,
Core.
Yeah, right.
Core a Batacore.
Sure. Sounds good to me.
Okay. Or Italian. Hold on, maybe it's Italian.
I have no idea. Oh my god, are the instructions in Italian? Get the hell out of here.
I think this might be Italian. We'll have to look it up.
Well, the last word is creativio or creativo.
I think it might be Italian. So I'm gonna say Italian.
What's this called? Oh, Halloween in the Rain.
Yeah, Halloween in the rain. How many people have trick-or-treated in the rain? I have. Many, many times.
Stop.
Look at this. Is this not adorable?
I love Halloween in the Rain.
Trick-or-treat in the rain. Sorry for the glare.
It's so cute.
Oh my
God.
God.
Don't apologize. McKenna's going to get mad.
Yeah, we don't apologize. But that gives you an idea. And I just thought that was so, so cute. I wish I knew. I'm going to go out on a limb and say something about that maybe Batacore is Italian for umbrella. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I don't think Orietta watches our videos. Okay. Somebody let Orietta know to watch us, and in the meantime, we'll figure out the translation. But I just thought that was super cute. Here. Also, had not seen this before. How do you not see stuff? I don't know. Right? Bent Creek comes with beads and the blue button, and it is called Go North to Winter. Thought this was really, really, really cute.
Because it is really, really, really cute.
Yeah. I mean, Nicole, Cardinal, hello. Yep. That should stitch up like super quick.
Should.
Yeah, it should.
Be an apple.
I think that was on the reduced table, actually.
It was.
Yeah.
It was. She had a bunch of little baskets with 50% off stuff. Yeah, we went there first. So this was half off. Half off. Can't leave it on the shelf.
Another one of my stitching things is
it's like what?
Is old nursery rhymes like
Miss Mary Mac.
Miss Mary Mac, or old expressions that I remember hearing as a child. My dad had an encyclopedia of sayings.
He did.
And little rhymes that I was familiar with as a kid.
Like there was a little girl that had a little curl right in the middle of her forehead. And sometimes she was good and sometimes she was bad. Wait, what was it? She was very, very good and she was
I don't know,
whatever.
But the hair in your eyes is driving me insane.
Oh my gosh.
Talking about
it's my curling around my
No,
forehead.
it ain't curling.
It's my
Be better if it was, maybe. I'm just saying.
Whatever, Pam.
All right, this is from the Needles Notion, and it's from 2011.
But when she was bad, she was horrid. That's what the end of it is.
Well, there you go.
So there.
I took this. It has a cat in it, but I took it. I mean, you know. Lucy Lockett lost her pocket. Kitty Fisher found it. Not a penny was there in it. Only strings upon it. And if you don't know, in the olden days, which is where this
olden days.
No, shut up.
Yes, ma'am.
In the olden days, ladies would be in, you know, several layers of clothing generally throughout the day, but their pockets were detachable inside their skirts.
Huh.
And so this is why Lucy Lockett would have lost her pocket.
Never knew that.
Because it might have come unattached, not unhinged, untied from her skirt, you know.
Right. You know. Like
and the colors I think are really pretty in this. I mean, there's fish in the water.
Yeah.
And
it looks like some DMC and some. Yeah. I'm looking at
it says needlework patterns with a touch of whimsy. I guess that's what I'm after. I'm after whimsy.
Whimsy. We like
whimsy. So that's what we got at this other shop.
That's what she got.
Beaver Creek.
Wait for my haul.
Oh my God.
Okay. So, well, yeah. Okay. So, this is a Bent Creek, also in the 50% off pile. This is, I guess, part of a 3-part thing called District 25, but this one is called Deer Watching. And the 3 parts down there on the bottom, I don't really like the other parts, whatever, but this is fresh. I just like that little reindeer. I think he's cute. So there's that. And then Preschool, I don't know why we didn't have this, but we don't. Miss Fortune. Love it. So 3371 and 921. Those are the colors. This is happening. And this is a Little House Needleworks. Colonial Women. I guess maybe it's genetic, but the love for American history goes between the two of us. So I took AP US history. I like that kind of thing. So this is the Colonial Women, and it says Dolly, Abigail, Betsy, and Martha. So Dolly is which one again?
Madison.
Thank you. Dolly Madison, Abigail Adams, Betsy Ross, and Martha Washington. Mom says that she couldn't stitch this because there's 2 women and 4 ladies. I don't care.
No, there's 2 women and 4 names.
Whatever, that's what I meant. God. After an hour, we get kind of weird, so leave it alone. I just like it, whatever. I'm going to stitch it, and she's not, so it's fine. Also, if you watch our channel, which you do if you're here, you know that I like patterns with sentiments in them. This is Bent Creek's Start Where You Stand sampler. And it says, start where you stand, don't wait, the time will never be just right, so use what you have. And there's also an alphabet that's mixed in. My mom and I kind of talked about maybe brightening up the colors a little bit. Probably will do that, we'll see. But I love it, so all about that. I love Bent Creek's alphabets. I don't know why, but I do. So, speaking of Bent Creek's alphabets, they do, if you remember, My Cow by Bent Creek. Still not done. We're not talking about it. It's fine. This was in the 50% off bin, where they kind of pick a word and they make that word bigger around the alphabet. This is red. I love Little Red Riding Hood. I have a red sweatshirt. I think I look like Little Red Riding Hood when I wear it. So apparently I don't. It's fine. So love that.
Comes with the buttons.
Yep, comes with all the 3 little buttons along the road. And I got this is on the same theme of Little Red Riding Hood. Thank you, Jay, at Mortuary Stitches. You enabler, you. Got this. I'm doing this, girl. I'm doing it. I love this. I love everything about this. I even love this 2 little ornaments at the bottom. Like, stop. Love this. Love this. Is this 3371 too? Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? 3371 is love that. I got Erica Michaels. This my mom found and picked out for me. Again, a sentiment. It's got a boat on it. All about it. I am not afraid of storms, for I am learning to sail my ship. Cute. And there's also a separate chart for the boat. This design, what it says on the back is this design is dedicated to and honors my dear friend Mary and the many other women like her fighting their breast cancer battles. A portion of the proceeds from the sale of each copy of this we donate to the Susan G. Komen Fund. My mom, if you don't know, is a breast cancer survivor, so I like this for a lot of reasons. Next is, see, I had a lot of haul. I have an issue.
Good.
It's fine. Little House Needleworks, Mississippi Riverboat. I like this for multiple reasons. One, I live in Cincinnati. Riverboats are kind of our thing. There is bunting. I hate bunting, but it's almost ironic in this. And also, I was an English major and love Tom Sawyer, Huckleberry Finn. So, Mark Twain. So, there's that. And I love how on the back it says the stories of Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn are some of my favorites. When you get tired from your hours of stitching, why not go back and read some of the old classics? I have. Okay. Diane Williams. Val stuff. This was marked down as well. I like everything about all 4 of these. Little cuties. I like the Be Mine. I like the Hippity Hop. I like the Old Man. I mean, I like them all. So, those are super stupid cute. Get out of my life. And, okay. There's only 2 left from this pile. Plum Street samplers. I love history. I like the Salem Witch Trials. Salem Hornbook. Stop. I love this and everything about it. I love the legitimate history that's in this. So, you know, sometimes it seems like, I think my mom said this before, I don't know if on video or not, but that sometimes some of the Salem witch stuff looks a little too Halloween-y, and the Salem witch trials and stuff had nothing to do with Halloween. So we've gone to Salem together and done all the tours and all the touristy stuff, and so that kind of turns us off. But this is extremely historically accurate, so that's why I like it, and it's cool looking. So there's that. Okay, so there is a thing out there. Well, maybe it's not a thing, but I feel like everyone in their stitchy life should stitch a HAID. I think that everyone out there should stitch a Mirabilia. I think that you should stitch, I don't know, but there's like staples, like I guess
Mira?
that's what I just said.
Oh.
You know, I think that everyone should stitch something from Prairie School, or, you know, just one of, like, everyone should stitch their stocking, whatever. I also think that everyone should stitch a Carousel Samplings.
I'm going to do shores. I have shores in my stash.
So this is Christmas at Hawk Run. Sorry about the glare, except I'm not sorry, because it's in plastic. I'm not taking it out. I love the carolers. I don't know why, but I do. And I love the boat under the carolers. So, it's, you know, I heard the bells on Christmas Day, blah, blah. Our friend Katie, she has told us on Friday night at Stitchin that when we go to Stitch Away in January, she is going to start her year in Hawk Run Hollow. And there are 12 squares in this. There's 12, are there 12 squares in shores?
I don't know right now. I haven't looked at it in a minute.
Okay. Well, there's also 12 squares in this and whatever. So her goal is to do 1 square a month. I think that's legitimately doable. Just saying. So I am going to try to do that too. And then that way it's done by Christmas. Hi, that works. So I just love this out of all of them. It's one of my favorite ones by them. So that's everything I bought at that shop. I have 2 more things in the haul. One is we went to Stitchin on Friday night. Stitchin is a keepsakes. Hi, Barb and Lynn, Joe, and 310. I don't think we said hi to them yet. So like I've mentioned before, every time I go to keepsakes, I try to get one thing out of my bag. Or off my wish list, off of my wish list. This is called the Christmas Witch. Jay, I feel like you'd like this if you haven't stitched already. It says, the Christmas Witch, she loved to stitch. She stitched a hat for her black rat. She stitched a cake for her black snake. Oh, for pity's sake, she stitched a mat for her black cat. Look at the details are too much. The mat the cat is sitting on is adorable. The candle on the cat's butt is adorable. The black snake and the cake on the dress of the lady is cute. And the Santa hat on the rat. Stop it. Get out of my life. I love it. So, took that out of my bag. It came home with me. And then, this goes in the tools category, so we've come full circle. Something that I've always wanted, I don't know, just to go to all the 7 towers of DMC to find a matching color or a brighter color or a darker color. It's not that it's not hard, but it's just kind of a lot of work. There's a book for that. So our dear friend Lynn, she picked this up for us. We did pay for it, so it's not really a rack. But this is the Needlework Threads color card from DMC. It describes all of their different kinds of threads they make, from their pearl cotton to their metallics. And then, whoa, sorry Pam if I hit you. So, whoa. It's humongo. And also, these are all their specialty fibers, but these are all their regular colors and all that. So, this is not the one that has, there's another version that has, like, little pieces of, like, actual thread in there. Right. That one's way more expensive, so, no, I'm cool with this one. Right. So, this is awesome. Every stitcher should have this, especially if you like to do color conversions on things and stuff like that. So, right. Get you one. Thank you, Lynn.
$5, I think, Lindsay.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So, winner. Okay.
On the off chance that someone is saying, what is on Pam's t-shirt today?
Oh, yeah.
Let me just say, can I do this?
Go like this.
How's that?
That's a really attractive look, Pam. That's
okay.
Go like this.
It's
God.
It's almost.
There we go.
It's almost football season, so that means, you know.
I found that for her.
New England Patriots, the most hated team in the NFL. Thank you very much. I'm a fan.
We are fans.
Why has he got a moose for a face? Because
we got the shirt in Maine.
Because it means you're a Maine fan of the New England Patriots.
Yes, it does.
Hence the moose.
Correct.
Okay, so I'm not going to really make a big deal about this all football season. That's not my jam.
Right.
But that's what's on the shirt. In case you were wondering what these little
spikes were.
These little
wherever
spikes
they are.
Wherever they are. All right. So, plans for the week.
Ornaments,
definitely. And I'm on a roll.
Right. The sales
that we're in.
The
autumn sale.
Yep.
My Betsy I'm going to continue working on. And I really am going to try to focus on finishing my Remembrance Day.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So I need to pull that out and really plow through that and get that done. Yep. And depending on how the week goes, that may be a finish by next video.
We'll see.
So those are my plans.
My plans are ornaments. I do have another project that is kitted up that I do need to start. Like, it's a gift for somebody, so I should probably start that, like, soon. I have, like, 6 or 8 weeks to finish it, so we'll see. It's not going to be bad. And then the sale, I'm really loving that fabric, so there's that. We'll see what kind of progress I can make on cat lessons throughout my week of living my life, and
we still have to change out our wall. We
right.
still have to show off another wall before we pull it down.
We do.
And I'm already seeing some of my friends. Janice in Massachusetts, she's spending apparently a dreary New England day, changing out her home decor to fall. Mm-hmm. Not quite ready to do that, but we need, you guys are sick and tired of looking at these pieces behind us, I'm sure. So we will try to do that. We make no promises whatsoever.
Right.
No promises whatsoever.
Except that we stitch.
That's all that's true in the world.
True. Right. Correct.
All right. So until next week, we hope to get our shopping bag box out to Annette this week.
Yes.
And we're working on that. So hang on, Annette. It's coming.
It's coming, we promise.
And thanks, everybody, for taking time to watch our video. We're really long in the tooth today.
That's because we had the Q&A. It's fine.
1 hour and 22 minutes.
Yep, but that's fine.
Oh, well, as McKenna says, we apologize for nothing.
Sorry, we're not sorry.
Sorry, we're not sorry. There we go. So until next week or the next time.
Right, whenever.
I'm Pam.
And I'm Stephanie.
And this is Just Keep Stitching. Bye.